Film Festival is an annual film festival held in Cairo, Egypt. It was established in 1976 and was the first international film festival held in the Arab world. It is the only international competitive feature film festival recognized by the FIAPF in the Arab world and Africa, as well as the oldest in this category. The 36th Cairo International Film Festival, November the 9th to the 18th, 2014, dedicates this year's edition to the late veteran actress Maryam Fakhreddin, who just passed away last week at the age of 81. And we have joining us today our guests, producer Konstantinos Kontovrakis, is that right?
Yes, it is right.
And he's the producer of a film that's actually participating in the festival, and we have Margarita Manda, the director of the film director also that's the same movie.
It's the same.
The producer and the director of the Greek movie that's participating in the festival. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you're enjoying your stay in Cairo.
Yeah, very much so. We arrived only yesterday,
okay.
But it's for both of us our second time here.
Oh, okay.
So we're very thrilled to be back.
We love having you.
Thank you.
And the first time was also the Cairo Film Festival, or was it?
For me, yes. It was
Okay.
4 years ago for my previous film, for my first feature film
Right.
in the same festival,
in the same
2010.
If you can tell us a little bit about the film that you are participating with in the Cairo International Film Festival.
So the film, the title of the film is Forever, and it's inspired by the phrase that everybody is using very much, I will love you forever.
Right, okay.
It's something très banal, but something that I think everybody
uses it.
in the world
It just
believes
comes
in that and says
Absolutely.
that very often.
Yes, that's true.
So for me it's a film, I wanted to do an elegy in silence, and believing that the only answer in every question is love.
Interesting.
And
Yes.
it's also it's a film about two very lonely people in a very lonely town, which town is my own town, my hometown, Athens.
Okay.
Seen in
In a different
way than the
unconventional
real way.
Yes.
And I wanted to into all this loneliness and isolation, I wanted to give hope that love is the only
It's
answer.
the only answer.
I hope that the film gives us hope.
Yes.
It's a love story
Okay.
between a man and a woman who's he's the driver of the old metro of Athens, and she's a passenger. So who takes the train every day,
Every day.
to go to her work every
work,
morning, and then every
he
evening
meets
to
her.
get back.
Okay, and he's the driver.
He's secretly in love and silently in love with her, looking at her and waiting for the train on the platform. So it's a story of these two people who are very lonely.
And then it's love that's the answer, basically.
Yes.
But in an unconventional way.
Yes.
City.
Yeah.
So interesting that you're having this, and you mentioned lonely, and you mentioned Athens. So how could this happen? Athens and lonely.
Because I believe that Athens is a deeply lonely city.
In what sense?
In the sense that we have half of the Greek population living in Athens,
More than 4 million.
more than 4 million with Piraeus together.
Okay.
But the people that really love this town are very, very few. For some reason that I cannot explain it, the most of the people living in Athens, they are seeing this city as a transit place. They came from their villages, and they, deeply in them, they want to go back there. They never do.
So
They
this
stay in
is like a
Athens.
transit.
But they don't feel Athens like their hometown, like I feel it, because I was born there and I live all my life there.
Yeah.
And I think that it's It's a very lonely city.
Athens.
Yes.
In terms of
With
people getting
a
to
lot
know
of
each
people,
other.
a lot of noise, a lot of traffic, a lot of
But
joy.
there's like loneliness in the air. You think
But
it's not really
yes,
sincere.
anyway, this is what I feel.
It's your view.
And especially the last years,
With
all
challenges.
the effects of the crisis, you see them only in Athens, not really in the rest of
I mean,
Greece.
people are focused on the financial aspects and the challenges that they're living, so probably there's a gap between people and each other, which is happening usually in busy towns.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, despite all the noise and all the it's a very
busyness,
animated. It's a very
Yes.
animated city. If
Exactly,
you visit
that's
as
what
an
we-
outsider,
Absolutely.
you would be surprised how lively and animated it is.
Yep.
But I think that what Margarita means and what the film explores is a deeper kind of loneliness of people who live in a place without really loving it, and how this can have a sort of an effect
Yeah.
on a bigger, larger scale in a city. And this is why in the film you only see these two people really.
Yes.
It's
You
this-
don't see anybody else.
Anybody else? So it's just those two,
Amazing.
the actor and actress.
The two main actors and a few people that circulate in the old metro railway.
No, there's people on the background. It's not that there is nobody on the
Yeah, yeah, of
background, but
The main two heroes
Yes.
are the actor and the actresses, basically.
Yes.
And has it already been shown, or is
No,
still,
it's tomorrow.
It's on tomorrow. So you're going to see the feedback, basically,
yeah.
tomorrow.
And it's our first screening to an international
Yes.
audience.
Oh, okay.
We
so
just
that's
had
also must be
our
very exciting.
Yeah, we're very curious to
To
see,
see
if the
how
story
people are gonna
registers. Yeah, with
How it's going to sink in and how people are going to actually absorb it.
It's our first crash test.
Well, hope it works out and it turns out to be, I'm sure it's going to be a successful movie, because it does make sense what you're saying. I mean, you could be in a very joyful and happy place, but then there tends to be like loneliness in the air for some reason, even if you're with a lot of people.
It's a very deep concept.
Yeah,
indeed. And since you
but
mentioned
there's hope. There's always
Yes.
hope.
exactly,
okay, exactly.
That's the thing that
They arrive to meet each other.
They finally,
Yes.
okay, so they finally meet each other and then there's the love. Okay, so it's not lonely anymore.
And you definitely have other plans, maybe beyond the Cairo International Film Festival, since you said this is the first crash test. I think
Yeah.
hopefully it's going to be a positive one.
Are you planning? We're starting to work on another one? Or?
Yes.
So you've
Well,
actually started to work?
you mean a new film?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought plans
yes.
for this film.
No, well, news for another film. Are you actually thinking, or you're still just focusing?
I
this is-
started to write a first treatment for a new film.
Okay.
First treatment.
Treatment, yes. I am working this way because that helps me. I first write a treatment and then I start with a script.
Yeah, the treatment being like a sort of a long...
Like an outline or some
An
sort of-
outline, yes, a long outline of the action of the film, and then, and then of course you have to turn it into a screenplay
Sure. Yeah.
eventually.
What was the feedback locally?
We actually had our screening only a week ago, exactly a week
Exactly a
ago.
week ago, yes.
In Greece at the Thessaloniki International Film Festival, which is just like the Cairo
Yeah.
Film Festival, the biggest film festival in Greece. And it was actually quite
You
encouraging.
found it like a good feedback.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We were very happy.
Very, very happy, yes.
Very happy with the way people perceived, understood the story.
and the concept and,
Yes.
and how it actually people.
Yeah, I think that
viewed it.
all the questions that we received at the end of the film were very, very much to the point.
To the point, yes.
And we felt that the comments showed that people
Reflected
understood
that
and
people
reflected on
actually-
the film. Yeah.
Absorbed the concept and understood.
So Margarita, this is your second time in the Cairo International Film Festival. How are you seeing your participation today? And how are you seeing the evaluation?
Is there a difference between the 2010 and 2014? Any?
In which term?
Well,
And
generally
whatever you've
speaking,
seen
whatever you see.
Until now,
I mean, it's
the
up to you.
organization
No, I don't feel something very different than the
From the
previous
one, the
time.
previous one. Okay.
everything is
Just as you expected,
The hotel is
just the same.
the hotel is different. Yes, it's another, the hotel is different. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm waiting to walk into town again to remember the places that I first met.
She has been
years
highly
ago.
frustrated that she hasn't walked in the city already to sort of
Yeah.
get the feeling of it.
I'm waiting to do it just after that.
So let's do it now. Let's do it now. And finally, we'd like to thank you very much, Margarita, for joining us. It has been a great pleasure.
Me too.
And also Konstantinos.
Konstantinos.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
that's
Thanks a lot for joining us. It was a pleasure, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in Cairo. And good luck for the screening tomorrow.
Thank you very much. And I hope you will be able to see
I
the
hope
film
so
maybe.
too. Absolutely. Maybe I'll be
It's
able to see it
at
tomorrow.
6 o'clock
Okay.
in the afternoon at the Opera House.
Ah, okay. Sounds good. Might be there.
Thank you very
Thank you very much. Thank you so
Thank you
much for
too.
being with us. And we're going to move on with our musical segment.
Final
with
segment, but
exactly.
before we move to Hassan Hamid, we would like to thank you very much for joining us, joining us in this edition of Nile Cruise. I'm sorry, I mentioned Hassan Hamid, and the final song of this edition.
Thank you very much.